Hi, this brief video tutorial will introduce you to searching for books, ebooks, and other materials in the library catalog, which will show you things that are owned by the SHSU library. To get started, you'll want to be on the library's homepage. From anywhere on the SHSU University site, you can go to the Fast Links menu, go down to the letter L, and click on Library. Once you're here on the Newton Gresham Library homepage, look at the main menu on the right and click the link that says Find Books and eBooks Catalog. This will get you to the main search page to search for materials in the SHSU library. Now you'll see you readily have options to search for a certain author, title, series, etc. But in many cases, especially when you're getting started, you will not need to pay attention to all these options. You will often begin your search in the first row, labeled words or phrase, by simply typing in words that describe the topic that you're looking for. Just as an example, let's say that we type in Vietnam War and click search. Now this is a very, very broad general search, so this has returned more than 2,400 results. Whenever you find a search that brings back way too many things, this is an indication that you may want to go back and add in something else to your search. For instance, what about the Vietnam War? You can use this Go Back button to get back to the search page. Always use that Go Back link rather than the back button built into your browser when you're in the catalog. From here, you'll notice that you can drop down where it says author, title, etc. You could change multiple boxes to say words or phrase. Then you could add in other ideas into this search. For instance, if you're interested in the Vietnam War and African American soldiers, you could put in Vietnam War and African Americans. And this will bring back a smaller number of results. You've gotten 2,452 results down to 87 that refer to both of those topics. From here you can browse through the results. You'll notice that some of them have a button here that says online content. That's letting you know that this is an online book, online video, online government document, or similar content that you can access on the internet. Any title that catches your eye, we can click on to get more details. This page will show you all of the information about who wrote the book and when and where it was published. If you scroll down even further, you'll be able to see the complete table of contents in the book, which will really help you decide what it talks about and whether or not it might be useful for your research. Sometimes you can also get a one-paragraph summary of what the book discusses. Below the contents in the summary, you'll see a list of subject terms which describe what the book is about, and these are done in a very standardized way. So every book which is a pictorial work on African American history will be tagged with the subject term African Americans History Pictorial Works. You can use these as links, you'll notice. Clicking on one of these will do a new search to pull up all of the items that are specifically tagged with that subject. Now, some of the most important information you need to get off this page of details about a book is right here in the center in the box labeled Holdings. You'll need the book's call number. All books are shelved in the library by that call number, alphabetically according to this first letter, and then numerically according to the number that follows. The call numbers are assigned to the books based on their subject, so all books that are on a similar subject will have similar call numbers and will be on the shelf right next to one another. However, just writing down the call number is usually not enough. You also want to look at the location and make a note of that. Any item which says shelved by call number A through L 4th floor, N through Z 3rd floor means it's simply in our main collection on the 3rd and 4th floors. It also means that it's in the building right now. If a book is already checked out by another student, the location will say material is checked out. Then you'll know not to waste your time looking for it on the shelf. In some cases you will run into other locations there that may say reference area, Thomason room, or other similar special locations. These are special areas of the building where you'll need to go to a different room to find the book, and you may or may not be able to check out books that are in those special locations. If we go back, we can continue browsing this list of results. Let's take a look at one that has the online content button. We'll click on the title and we can still see details about what the book is about and its subjects. When we want to read this book, however, all we need to do is click the Online Content button. If you're on a computer on campus, the book will immediately open. If you're on a computer off campus, you'll simply be asked to provide your SHSU username and password, the same one that you use for Blackboard, MySam, email, etc. And as soon as you've logged in with that username and password, then you'll be brought here to the book. You'll notice we're starting out at the cover. We can use the arrows to flip through the pages. All of these pages are reproduced just as they would look in the physical book. It's just an electronic copy of the same book. Now, of course, in addition to just flipping pages, you can search within the book here to find reference to certain names or words inside the pages, or you can click on areas of the table of contents to jump ahead to a specific chapter in the book. Let's go back for a moment. Take another look at our list of results. See what other kinds of materials might be in here. The library has physical books and ebooks, as we've seen. In some cases, you will also run across a result like this, where it's an electronic resource with the Online Content button, but it will specifically tell you that it is a video rather than an ebook. So this is a streaming video which you can watch online from the library. Again, you can read a summary of what it's about, see its subjects, and then click the Online Content button. But instead of bringing you to the cover of a book, this is going to take you into a database with a video player where you can watch this video, the whole thing, or just certain segments of it. So this is another type of material that the library has available. For history students in particular, it's good to recognize that some of these videos are documentary films which have been made recently, but many of them are also historical video footage that would count as primary sources. You just need to pay close attention to the description that explains when the video was made and what the video contains to determine whether the whole video is a primary source, whether it may contain clips of primary source video, or whether the whole video is primarily a secondary source documentary. One more quick tip I'll give you about searching the library catalog. As you're browsing through your results and finding things that sound like they might be useful for your topic, you can check these little check boxes to the left of each title. And then as you're done reviewing all of your results, you can go all the way back to the top and click this link for print or email kept records. So this is like a bookmarking tool. This will show you a list of all the books that you bookmarked. You can sort them by their title, or I recommend sorting them by their call number because that will list them in the order that they are actually on the shelf. Then you can view and print a list of these books. This list will give you the titles, the call numbers, and the areas of the building that the books are located in, so that you can easily go and find a stack of books upstairs in the library. This is also a great tool to remember later what you've already looked at so that you have information, for instance, about the author and the title if you need to cite a book in your research paper. There's obviously a lot more that you can learn about searching the library catalog, including using all of these other options on the search page to limit by the publication year, to limit to just ebooks or just e-videos as opposed to all of the other print books and print materials. Lots of options for you to play around with, but this brief introduction should help you get started finding things in the library catalog.